It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Miami Heat. For the Heat, more than solid play for them of late. 7 wins in their last 10 outings, making their mark and playing well. All right, guys, topic of the day. There was a stat that came out that was really interesting. Until last season, every NBA Finals in the last 15 years included either Duncan, Kobe, or Wade. Kenny, do you think Wade's impact on the NBA has gone underrated?
I think it has. I would say that I can't name 3 two guards in the history of the game that have a better career than him. I don't think I can name more than 3. Jerry West, Michael Jordan. That's about it. I'm not sure.
You know, above all else, Wade has won titles.
Kobe.
He's done it in a number of roles with a number of rosters. He's a unique player, and over the last decade and a half, I have to agree with you, Kenny.
But those are the 3.
Yeah,
Kobe,
I agree with you.
Kobe, Jordan, and West. Everyone else can't say they had a better career. Maybe it's equal, but not better.
That's a good one to consider, good one to chew on. Time now for tip-off. We send it over to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Man in the middle, standing 6'11", number 5, Bobby Portis. At small forward, standing 6'8", number 3, Doug McDermott. And in guard, 6'3", from Memphis, number 1, Derrick Rose. The other forward position, at 7'0" inches, number 16, Pau Gasol. At guard, 6'7" from Marquette, number 21, Jimmy Butler. The head coach of your home team. Ladies and gentlemen,
Chicago, Illinois, home of the Bulls in a fine Eastern Conference battle at the United Center. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche Latina, celebration of Latin culture in the league. It's become an annual tradition and a very good one. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Look at the Heat. 10 games back from the top spot. They're still jockeying for position.
And I think for Miami, they've moved toward the postseason with one of the best records in the league. Safe to say, this is not where most people thought they'd be at this stage of the year.
Count me amongst those. I certainly didn't. Their resilience has really surprised me this season.
So here's Miami's starting group. Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. The big men are Bosh and Whiteside. And it's Dragic in at the point guard. Dwayne Wade continues, Clark, to change his game as he gets older. I admire the way guys can do that. Their head says one thing, but their body kind of tells them another.
And you have to give in to your body as you age, that's for sure. Used to attack the rim all the time. Now it's mid-range jumper heavy.
Now the Bulls with it. They went to Miami for their last meeting with the Heat and came out with a win.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
And that really was the difference. It requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight.
Here's Dragic. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Rose. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to San Antonio.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Dragic. With the teardrop, the wide open look here for Bosh. No good on the 3.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one. They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Dang with it. Now defended by McDermott. Here we go, one-on-one. Hammers it down right over the team.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Whiteside sets the pick for Wade. Back to Whiteside. That's a 2 from Dang. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
I tell you, it's absolutely amazing how easy Dang makes it look with shots like that.
Rose passes to Portis. It's rebounded by Bosch. The Heat leading by 4. Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
Yes, Kevin, he told me their game plan offensively today is a relatively simple one. He wants to see as many plays run through the low post as possible. He said physically, we're the stronger team, and we need to use that to our benefit. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris. Here's Butler, and nothing but hair on that one. For Miami, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Here's McDermott. Here's Gasol. That's good.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
So many people overlook Pau Gasol prior to last season seem to think that Clarkey was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after him.
Bulls trail by 3. Now here's Rose. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. He kicks to Butler. 5 on the clock. Back to Rose. Beyond the arc. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on.
Now here's Rose. After the miss from Goran Dragic. Rose passes to Portis. It's hauled in by the Heat. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Eldon Brands checked in for Portis. Irijic comes in for Pau Gasol. And ladies check in for Doug McDermott. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. The 3 from Bosch. Can't get it to go. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact.
Now Udrih following the three-point attempt by Nikola Mirotic. Here's Stoudemire. It's good. This time the assist from Udrih.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Bulls trail by 7. Brooks with it. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
The Heat have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Here's Udrih. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Offensive rebound. Green kicks to Stoudemire. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one is on Brand.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Tony Snell's checked in for Butler. And both free throws good for Stoudemire. And for Gerald Green, another productive year last season coming off the bench. Though it was a smaller role, a small step back from the season before when he started over half the games for the Suns.
Well, there was a log jam in Phoenix at the wing position last season. He certainly matured, though, as he never complained about not starting, just went out and did his job.
It's blocked.
They've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, and it's already got them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
Here's Snell. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. 1:27 left here in the first quarter. Now Udrih. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And that one's good by Bosch.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Bulls trail by 6. The drive by Brooks. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Chicago.
There we go. That was scored. Level Bulls. Give him a hand. Come on, Chicago.
.56 seconds left to play in the first quarter. There's the bucket. Good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Heinrich. Brooks kicks to Snell. It's stolen by Green. Takes a 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Well, you know, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, guys, and they have nobody to blame but themselves for that. You've got to do a better job of working harder to put up points.
Udrih dishes the Bosch. It could go, and no good trying to get that one. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Heat up by 7. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
I was obsessed with the NBA as a kid, and just like I would have died to get in that locker room, you know. So I always have a moment just sitting around and, you know, just not taking things for granted and really taking everything in. And, you know, I couldn't have written the script any better.
What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help, Greg, but love for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure.
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
You know what? They're dominating on the backboard. They have controlled the paint thus far.
Flexing their muscles down low, and they've limited second chances too, guys.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Deng out there with Gerald. Green, and it's Whiteside in at the 5 spot.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today. Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Deng gets a wide open look. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Deng's got his second bucket. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Heat.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Greg, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Clark kind of molded him in his image.
And it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
He feeds it to Dragic. Right side a screen. Dragic kicks to Green. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Chicago making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. Bulls trail by 11.
Foul, Gasol.
Rose kicks to Gasol. The pass to Portis. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now, here's Wade. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable. Shoots from 12. Here's Whiteside, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Whiteside's got his 3rd bucket of the night. The Bulls have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And it's Rose penetrating, and he gets it to go.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Right side a screen. Feeds to Green. Fires the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Green's got 8 points here in this quarter. For Chicago, they've gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooter. And Gasol with the dunk.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
And here are the Heat now. The Bulls getting the bucket. Deng can't get it to go. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Inside. Pau Gasol again. Gasol's got 7 points in the game.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Now here's Wade. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Rose with the ball. Wade picks him up. Here's McDermott. Misses the 3.
And guys, what a strange rookie campaign for Dougie McBuckets. I mean, he entered the draft as a polished sharpshooter. The Bulls traded up in the first round to get him, and he ended up playing 9 minutes a game over the course of last season.
Here's Rose, following the score by Miami. McDermott passes to Rose. Good-looking screen by Gasol. And it's Butler missing.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Now, here's Wade, and there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. Dunleavy's checked in for Doug McDermott. And Miami with a change here, too. Chris Bosh is checked in for Green. So it's Miami now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
That's it, and the Miami lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Dunleavy.
They started the game off tortoise-like, but their offense coming to life.
Yeah, they've got a little bit more pep in their step as they start to put together some rhythm.
No good from Dragic.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his.
Look at that jam.
Beautiful. Rising up and hammering it home. That could be just what they need to pick their energy up.
Wow, it definitely got the guys on the bench on their feet. I'll say that for man. Oh, man, was that
fun. No doubt about it, guys. That's one of those plays that will pick up his teammates. A lot of times a play like that is just what you need to get the adrenaline flow for your team.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Dragic against Rose. Dishes it to Gasol. To the left wing. Dunleavy for three. Miami grabs the miss. Whiteside's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Then kicks to Wade. Whiteside a screen. The open shot by Bosch. Can't convert after the good screen.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Pass to Butler. Fires from deep. Butler can't get that one to fall. The Heat leading by 9. Right side a screen, and it's Dragic off the drive. The kick out to Dang. Three-pointer, and it's Dang again missing. Chicago's gotten gold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Gasol kicks to Rose. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Rose dishes to Butler. And there's the feed to Dunleavy. 4 on the clock. From deep three-point range, it's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 4th assist in this one. Outside Bosch. A 3-ball. That doesn't go either for Bosch.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Rose goes in, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
And, you know, back to D. Rose for a moment. He drives the lane now as hard as he did before the injuries. It's a level of fearlessness that only a few guys possess. And it's not teachable. You either have it or you don't.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Eldon Brand's checked in for Portis. Iritic comes in for Pau Gasol. Tony Snell's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. And it's Brooks in for Jimmy Butler.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that.
Brooks, the pass to Iritic. Hands it from downtown. Iritic has got 10.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Stoudemire, the screen. Here's Bosch. Bosch can't get that one to fall. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Heat lead by 3. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Dwayne, give us your perspective on that first half.
I like the way we started the game. You know, sometime on the road we start off slow, so I thought we got to the fight early. And it's 2 good teams, so, you know, it's the way it should be.
Dwayne, thank you. Always fun to watch. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They have a narrow 3-point lead. And we'll go to Kenny first. What'd you see out there?
Well, it's tough to play on the road, and they overcame that. They were mentally and physically prepared for this game, but it hasn't been easy. They faced some intense play from a team on its home turf, but these guys didn't cave in. In fact, they fought back with some intensity of their own, successfully, in front of a very hostile crowd.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Well, how about that contribution they got from the bench? Nice. Those are some much-needed points, and it keeps them right in the game. I wouldn't be surprised to see him dig a little deeper into that bench. Some games you just got to go with the lineups that are working and just improvise, Ernie.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
When you're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Green. 10 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. McDermott and Gasol, the duo with the forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. Had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
And so Bosh nails both of them.
You know, the Heat never really came back after losing Bosh. His presence on both ends of the floor is hard to replace, and they missed him a bunch.
Now here's Rose. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
And Chicago has possession. And here is Gasol to the left side wing. Corner shot. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket for McDermott.
Hey, guys, I know I speak for everybody. Glad to see Chris Bosh back out on the floor. I mean, blood clots can be a very scary thing for anyone, and I think everyone is happy he's been able to make a full recovery.
Here is Whiteside following the basket by Doug McDermott. Takes it from 10. No good from Bosh.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Outside Rose to the middle. Good looking screen by Gasol. And they take the lead. And the Bulls lead by 1.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Bulls have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Rose against Dragic. Fades back. That's good from McDermott on the assist by Rose. Rose has got 6 assists here tonight. Dragic against Butler. Dragic dishes to Wade. Whiteside kicks to Dragic. Whiteside, a screen on Butler. It's deflected. Now here's Rose. He's got 6. Pass to McDermott. Fades back. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
On the wing, Dwayne Wade. He's covered by Rose. Some solid defense from Rose. Here's Chicago. They're on an 11-2 run. Right wing. Here's McDermott. The shot is off. And it's Miami the other way. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. Some changes for Chicago. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Butler. And it's Heinrich in for Derrick Rose. Green, he's checked in for Miami. Bosch passes to Dent. Heinrich against Dragic. Just 5 on the clock. There's the dish to Whiteside. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in. Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals. But he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspension.
And, Julie, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt. It's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
Mirotic has checked in for the Bulls. And Miami with a change here, too. Stoudemire's checked in. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Good ball movement here by the Heat. From deep, Green. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. There's the screen. Mirotic has a wide open look. Another 3 for Chicago.
A very hot shooting second half has seen them bring that field goal percentage way up.
Yeah, and they're cruising right now, looking to add to the lead.
Bosch drives in. And he gets it to go. Bosch has got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's Chicago. They're on a 16-6 run. Heinrich kicks to Dunleavy. Mirotic with it. 13 points in the game. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. That's good. And now just a 3-point Bulls lead.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Heinrich kicks to Dunleavy. He dishes it to Mirotic. From outside, off the mark. The Heat trail by 3. Here's Dragic. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Heinrich with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Heinrich kicks to Mirotic. And again, no good by Chicago.
You know, even though he missed that 3-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
And he gets it to go. And 11 points for Chris Bosh.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
Great open look there. And 12 points for Doug McDermott.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And the Heat call time here. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Green. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Out left to the wing. Here's Heinrich. Another one falls for Chicago. 1:30 left to play here in the third. Now Udrich still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Bosch with it. Now guarded by Mirotic. And the wide open shot from Green. That doesn't go either for Green. The Bulls leading by 4. On the wing, Brooks takes the 3. And he gets it to go. Brooks has got his second bucket of the night.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
Stoudemire, the screen. Bosch dishes to Udrich. On the wing, Johnson releases. Mirotic grabs the miss.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Elton Brand Clark, one of 10 players in NBA history to have at least 15,000 points, 8,000 rebounds, 2,000 assists. I could go on and on and on.
He sure could. 16 years in the league and in his prime, an elite NBA big man. Quite versatile and played bigger than he was.
And he makes the first.
And Elton Brand, guys, a little under 6'10", but with almost a 7.5-foot wingspan. He's much longer than his height might suggest.
Bulls making a switch here. Butler's checked in, and Miami with a change here too. Wade's checked in.
And guys, Elton Brand, still a very good post defender, can block shots, and he's still got that nice mid-range jump shot there. Just a good escape valve for their offense.
Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Butler. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
And Udrich kicks to Bosch. And again, unable to change momentum here. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Chicago up 11 from the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. On the floor for Miami, we've got Johnson staying out there with Whiteside, and it's Udrich, and it's Wade in at the small forward.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Here's Udrich. Brooks covering. Pass to Johnson. Puts up a 3. That one goes. Count it.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Brooks kicks to Gasol. He feeds it to Mirotic. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got 3 assists in the game.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Udrich, the pass to Johnson. Whiteside sets the pick for Johnson. And it's Johnson again missing.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And that's what they have to do more of. They got a great look out of that possession.
Here's Hudrick. He kicks it to Johnson. Right side a screen. And here is Johnson. And there's the pass to Udrich. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Gasol sends it back. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. McDermott, no one around him. And again, it's the Bulls from deep. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Portis comes in for Mirotic, and it's Rose in for Aaron Brooks. Goran Dragic is checked in for Miami. And the jam by Whiteside.
Oh, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. Difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer. So he gets them both.
And the Executive of the Year award is an odd one. I mean, giving yearly to the executive that was deemed to have had the best year with their roster, that is perhaps the hardest thing to evaluate.
Here's Wade. The offensive rebound with the second effort. And that one's good. That's 12 points now in the game for Hassan Whiteside.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Here's Portis, and Lou Alvang gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
The Heat making a switch here. Bosch is checked in. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Butler dishes to McDermott. Shot clock at 5. For the 3. The long distance 3 is buried. McDermott's got 16 points here in the second half. And for the Executive of the Year award, it's hard to evaluate because for GMs, Clark, it takes years of moves to reach a certain point.
Yeah, it's an annual award, but it's awarded for years of decisions, if that makes any sense. One big signing or trade isn't quite enough to win the award.
And he gets it to go.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Kicks to Gasol. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gasol's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Dragic kicks to Bosch. It's hauled in by the Bulls. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Rose passes to Butler. And a miss there on the triple. The Heat trail by 19. Dragic dishes to Dang. Bosch kicks to Whiteside. Feeds it to Wade. The Heat need to get a shot off. Bosch can't get it to go.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
Dishes it to McDermott. Back to Rose. Gasol against Whiteside. Butler from outside. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And 12 points for Jimmy Butler.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
And he should thank the D for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Rose up on top. He's guarded by Dragic. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Here's McDermott. Miami grabs the miss. Whiteside's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Dragic with it. Now defended by McDermott. Wade drives in. Here's Bosch. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. They get Paul Gasol.
Just some amazing stats put up by Chris Bosh early in his career. But having been in the shadow of LeBron and D. Wade over the past few seasons, one wonders if Bosh is now a little bit underrated. He's talented and gives you everything you want from the power forward spot.
Well, getting back to Chris Bosh, it's always difficult to reshape your game around a superstar teammate. I mean, just ask Kevin Love last year.
You know, it's such a good point. When you think about Bosh, you know, he isn't the kind of guy who demands special attention. You know, he's not mugging for the press. He's not out there for himself. He just really lets his play speak for itself. And you won't find many bigs who are as versatile as he is. And much underrated, I think, as a pick-and-roll defender.
Here's Gasol. That one wide left.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss. Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
The Bulls leading by 16 to the inside. Pass to McDermott. Pulls up, high post. That's good on the jump shot. McDermott's got 8 here in the quarter.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now. So far, his shot selection has been questionable. A lot of tough, contested shots. If I'm coaching, I might sit him down for a minute.
Here's Wade. Double team on Wade. There's the feed to Bosh. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got his 7th assist here tonight. Chicago has gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Portis. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster. And this is what they want. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Bulls.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing and that led to some open shots.
Yeah, it's a fun way to play, and it's fun to watch, too.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
Just breaking the spirit of their opponent 3 straight times this year. This win is going to give them a perfect 3-0 record, with only 1 game left to go on the season against the Heat.
And a great team effort, but still, what an individual performance for Gasol. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Butler on the wing. Wade is covering. And it's Butler missing. And it's Miami's ball. Outside Dragic. Wade kicks to Dang. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And this run not really doing him any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Yeah, but kudos to him, Greg. I mean, the fight they're showing now, you got to give them credit for that. Would have been really easy to pack it in.
Now here's McDermott. D right on him. Shot clock at 5. They grab their own miss. Outside Butler. Launches a three. That doesn't go either for Butler. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Derek, congratulations on a great win. What was the major thing that turned this deficit around for you guys?
Just playing defense. Our defense turned into offense, and it worked out for us tonight. We definitely don't want to be in that situation, but we just fall away back into the game.
Derek, thank you. Usually it starts with the defense for this team, Kevin.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan Player of the Game, Pau Gasol.
Boy, how many times are we going to see Pau Gasol come out and control a basketball game like he did tonight? This guy who for years has been a mastermind of the low post game. Points, rebounds, assists. You're going to get it all from Pau Gasol on the block, not to mention his veteran leadership.
They were riding a 2-game losing streak coming to this game and could not afford to drop 3 in a row. He rose to the occasion for them tonight. Big time. They needed this sort of performance for him. He took his game up a few notches. Love it, Ernie.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.